Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
So today we're going to take a quick detour away from pro tips, and I'm going to talk about something that I probably should have talked about a long time ago, but I might as well do this now, and I'm going to talk about something that's going to affect my subscribers. Well, most of my subscribers that play with me. If you're a subscriber and you just watch my videos, whether you're on PlayStation 3 or Xbox One, if you don't really play with me, then this might not affect you. But if you're one of my subscribers and you play with me, this is going to affect you. And I don't want to leave you guys in the dark, so I'm just going to come out and say it. I am not getting an Xbox One. I am not getting an Xbox One for a plethora of reasons. The message that they sent across to me, the gamer, and I'm not talking about everyone else, I'm not talking about gamers in general, I'm talking about me, because at the end of the day, gamers ain't buying my console, I'm buying my console. And the way Microsoft presented their product to me, the things that they had in line, their marketing scheme, the bullet points that they tried to sell their product to me on, were not fair, were not legitimate, were not truthful, and were not beneficial to me. It goes beyond the games. What they tried to do from Jump Street will always be there no matter how many times they flip-flop and try to change things. Their original mindset is what turned me off, and their original mindset is what's going to keep me from ever purchasing an Xbox One. Knowing what they tried to do and what they tried to get away with will always be in the back of my mind. But let's start with the lies. Let's start with the deceit. Let's start with the notion that this peripheral, this camera, being a necessity to my gaming. Let's start with that. Now, back at E3, back when Microsoft was spewing out all their crap, they stuck to this idea of Kinect being conjoined with the Xbox One as if it was their religion, as if the Xbox One and the Kinect were married, and they can't be separated. They could not dare be separated, because if they were separated, they wouldn't work. That is the idea that Microsoft was trying to sell you, was trying to sell me. If there was no Kinect, the Xbox One would not work. Now, logic. Any logical person with anything together for a brain in their heads would know that that is complete BS. There is not a way in hell that the Kinect could be vital to your Xbox One working. That just does not make any sense. The only reason why Microsoft was telling you these things, the only reason why they were trying to make it as if the Xbox One would not work without Kinect, is because they wanted Kinect to sell, and they knew it would not sell if it weren't bundled. And that is obviously evident today, because guess what? They're selling it without Kinect. Gee, I wonder how they figured that out. I wonder how they figured out to disconnect the Kinect from the Xbox One and make it work. I wonder how they did that. And because of that, now the console costs $100 less. Congratulations. But let's keep going, shall we? Because this rabbit hole just keeps going. Let's talk about online check-ins. Let's talk about your console not working if you don't have an internet connection to update your console. Let's talk about the thousands of people who, don't have internet. Now, I'm not one of those people. Just because it doesn't affect me doesn't mean that I can't see how it will affect other people. That doesn't mean that I can't see how it will affect people in the army. People who are in frickin' submarines and who want to play video games, who want to play their Xbox One, but they can't because they can't get internet. And I know it's a one-time thing. I know when you buy the console that you have to update it once and once for all time. But what if you don't have internet to do so? You can't play your console. How the gaming industry has gone from buy your console, open it, and play your games to buy your console, open it, and have internet so that you can play your games baffles me. Whatever happened to buying things and it working out of the box? Whatever happened to that? But let's keep going. Let's talk about your policy that says that you have the right to share information of your consumers with whoever you damn well please, and have been caught doing so with a number of other companies. In which they denied, because what company is going to come out there and say, oh yeah, we've been sharing all the information of our consumers with this person and that person. We don't care. Yeah, we've been doing it. Nobody's going to come out and say that. Let's talk about how everything you had, all of the features you had, locked behind Xbox Live. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you had to pay $60 or $20 or however much it was that we had to pay for our subscriptions. We had to pay that amount to be able to pay for other things. Let's say you have Netflix. You gotta pay $60 or $20 to be able to pay $7 or $8 for Netflix. You have to pay to be able to pay. All of those apps, all of those features that Xbox Live had, they were all useless unless you paid them $60. That is not good. But at the end of the day, guess what? They changed it. I wonder why. I wonder what other company hasn't been doing that for the past, 8, 10 years. Maybe they had a change of heart. Maybe they had a revelation. But at the end of the day, I hope you can see why I don't trust Microsoft and why I will never trust Microsoft and why I'm not getting an Xbox One. And if I do get an Xbox One, it will be solely to trade it in for a PlayStation 4. I will not dare have an Xbox One in my house. It is forbidden. Not because I think it's a bad console, but because I refuse to have that particular product made by the people who tried to screw me over as a gamer in my house. I'm perfectly fine with my Xbox 360. I don't need an Xbox One. But what I will get is a PlayStation 4. And oh, how glorious those days will be. And I would give you guys my PSN. It would most likely be Nick Virtue, but it can't be Nick Virtue because some other guy on PlayStation has the name Nick Virtue. Go figure. So it would most likely be either the real Nick Virtue or Nick_Virtue. I'll probably just go with the latter. I'm going to be continuing the pro tips maybe tomorrow or... Actually, no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's not a good day. Next week, I'll continue doing the pro tips for you guys. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's all for today. Let's talk to you guys later.